Olson on Law, America's longest running legal radio show. And as promised, I'm going to tell you about my one and only jury trial in my 41-year legal career. It happened as a new lawyer in, let's say, 1982 or so. And that is this, is that it's a civil trial. We're not talking about put somebody in jail. We're talking about suing for money. And I'll describe the parties as old man and young man.
Okay.
I represented the young man. He was being sued by the old man. The young man, my client, well-behaved, nice young man. He lives in a trailer park.
Okay.
He likes to raise roses. He would spend his afternoons after work watering his rose bed. It's good for him. The old man would drive around in his golf cart and come around and hassle the young man and saying, quit wasting water on your roses. And one day, young man had had enough. So he took that hose sprayer with water and he hosed down the old man in his golf cart.
Oh.
Based on that, the old man sues the young man, gets a lawyer, and sues the young man. And so we're going to have a jury trial over this hosing down of the old man.
Wow.
Nothing more to it other than getting him wet. Nothing more to it other than just that simple fact. And so that we, do all the prep for the jury, the depositions, the questions, and, now it's time to have a jury trial and witnesses are presented and testimony is presented.
Wow.
And it's time to send the jury back to the jury pool to come back with a decision. So they go back to render their decision and they send a note back up to the judge, a handwritten note. We're all there in court and the jury's outside. They're in the jury room. And the judge opens up the note and he reads it. And he goes, here's a question from the jury. The jury wants to know who pays for the water. And you know what my reaction was? That's a damn good question. I don't know. I don't know.
Whoa.
The plaintiff looks at me and goes, you think of all the discovery we did
Everything
to get rid of this for a trial.
Who pays for the water?
That's a pretty relevant question.
It is.
The jury stumped you.
I don't know the answer.
All I can say is good for the jury. In other words, they were really taking their job seriously.
Yeah.
And wanted to know, hey, maybe we missed this, but we didn't hear either lawyer say anything about who pays for the water.
You would think two reasonably smart lawyers would make that part of the testimony. And so the judge sends a note back to the jury, says, hey, man, evidence has been heard. This is it. Nothing else can be presented to you. So based on that, the jury comes back and they award the old man $100 in punitive damages and $10 for dry cleaning to get his
suit or whatever he was wearing.
Whatever his work clothes were to get him washed.
Whoa.
So we considered it a win. I guess it could have been worse.
I would say a win from the standpoint it wasn't a lot of money.
Yes. And, honestly, to this day, I can't tell you who paid for the water, whether my client, young man, paid the water bill or whether the park paid the water bill. But that was
But thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I like that. Little story time here on Olson on Law.
Thank you, Chris.
Story time with your one and only jury trial.
Exactly, yes.